Okay, you guys get to see my ugly wog while attempting this. Just having a quick look through. Ran this through medium, got about 1.1 billion points. Obviously this is the decimated version at 35 million, so we can just see in RC in real time. It's definitely not showing the resolution, but we are technically, what do you call it? Just running it straight over RC. So once we get this into CR, it's going to be good. I'm not going to use this version though. I want to get a far better decimation happening, because when you get, how do I say this nicely? When you get all these points, sorry about the randomness here. When you get such a high recording resolution, and the next one will be on high, which will be about 4 billion points, you will actually get all the grains in between these leaves. And at the moment, we're not getting that because the decimation just basically brutally removes it, which is rather annoying. And so I'm going to be trying a technique and a new piece of software I've just got my hands on, which I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite some time, which should retain a lot of the gaps. Here's a fine example. So, you know, you're missing a little point just there, which I know we would get if the decimation was to retain form that much more better. So I'm going to be essentially decimating from, how do I say this? Decimating from about 4 billion to about 30 million, but decimating in a smart way, not in a kind of a, how do you say, you know, remove any nymph points, if you know what I'm saying. Just trying to find another example. So yeah, here's a fine example. Look, floating leaves. We do not want floating leaves. We want the things in between the floating leaves. It's actually done some really good areas though. Like, just let me try and find those veins. Here we go. Look at this. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We want to retain that in the shot. So I'm actually impressed that it's managed to do it this well on normal detail. So I know we're going to get much better on high. It really is quite a cool scene as well. I mean, like, it's friggin' awesome. So this has been flattened, so it won't look like this in Unreal Engine at all. It just won't. I mean, the lighting will be real. You've got to realize the data set for this was extremely blown out on certain areas. Like around here, this was all just glary and white. So we've managed, you know, using a few techniques I won't get into because trade secrets and all, we've managed to remove a lot of the glare and re-extrapolate a lot of the much wanted detail. So I'm very excited where this is going to go. We still get some lighting in here, but this was like so white. Obviously we'll have to do a bit of cleanup on the windows. I'm going to have to make these windows so they actually aren't just filled in gaps, but are actually windows. For example, they got nothing outside because the overexposure was so high, it just couldn't possibly pick up anything. But if you look at the original photography, for example, if I go and look at the roof here, let's just go up a bit. Sorry, my navigation sucks at the moment. If I was to show you the original photography of this was all black. So all around here on the roof was just absolute darkness. And so I'm very, very, very excited to have this, hybridize it, so we bring in the original lighting, where we basically reposition where the lighting would be, and then we obviously do a bake, or we do dynamic, or we do, you know, maybe UE5, or actually do real-time GI. But yeah, it's gonna look fucking mean. Alright, so yeah, just another little quick walk around. Once again, this is not the detail, this is, you know, running at 1/64th detail of what you actually get in the final version, because we're just running it straight out of the engine. It's gonna look friggin' amazing, and I can't wait to get this in to Unreal Engine, and I cannot wait to get this running in the Pimax as well. So this is a perfect case example of something that's going to be, you know, probably 400 to 300 times 8K in resolution. Running in a Pimax, we'll get it running on, it will be high end because Pimax is, you know, 2 times 4K. with a 200-degree field of view, but I think it's gonna look really, really, really good. And so let's get this done. All right. See ya.